Guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection. What are we driving today? We're driving the Porsche Taycan. Now this is a turbo model. Remember, it's trim level only now, the turbos. And this beautiful color is frozen blue metallic. Look at these huge brakes on this car. Oh my God. Beautiful, beautiful brakes, tires. Gorgeous color. Very practical car. So as you approach the car, I have the key in my pocket. These actually pop out. Big back seat, just like the Panamera. Here's the key, right? We can open the trunk. There we go. All right, so that's all your charging stuff there. Oh wow, so that's really cool, the charger. That's awesome. So not a hatchback like the Panamera. And we can even open the front here. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. And you got the frunk, which stands for front trunk, right? Pretty decent size. It's deep. It's really deep. You could probably fit, I could probably fit all my camera bags in there, no problem. Got your windshield wiper fluid, which is very important. All right, so let's put that down. All right, so just a gorgeous, gorgeous car, guys. All right, so I have the key in my pocket. As I approach the car, these actually come out, so I've already opened the door. It's dirty because it's pollen season here in New Jersey, but this is a glass roof, the entire car. Beautiful interior, just like the Panamera. Very nice seats. Like a Porsche, you can option out anything you want. So let's take it for a spin. This is my first experience with the Taycan. Thank you so much, DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey, for allowing me to review and drive this car. Check them out, guys. Support those that support us. They got a lot of cool cars for sale. A lot of premium cars besides Acuras. All right, so this is my first time driving a Taycan, and wow, it's steering for, oh boy, am I on like electric mode? It was just steering me around the turn there. Oh boy. This car, according to Porsche, is stealing sales from the Panamera so badly that they may not even make a Panamera anymore, because for the same price you could get a Taycan, and this thing is amazing. Now turbo is just a trim level, so this comes in a Turbo S trim. Wow, that guy just went right over the double line with cars coming the other way. A turbo like this one, or a 4S. So the turbo, this one that we're driving, and again it's a trim level, is 670 horsepower, 626 foot-pounds of torque. Dear, and it is a pretty amazing car. I can't believe how fast this car is. This could actually be the fastest car I've ever driven. I thought the new NSX, the 720S, the new Ford GT, I thought those were the fastest cars I've ever driven. But I'm starting to think this is the fastest car I've ever driven. And this is a gorgeous paint color called Frozen Blue Metallic. And this is the color you should get it in. Now, when I hit the brakes, or when I accelerate a little bit, I did hear some like spaceship noises. So I don't know if that's kind of built into it or not. I mean, obviously with the batteries, it's a heavy car, but it handles pretty good. I just got out of an Audi R8 V10 Spider, and this may even handle better than it. So it's you know, a heavy car because of the batteries. But it is a phenomenal driving car. I'm in love. Of course, this guy can't stay in his lane. Should he really be driving an E-Class? All right, so this inside is very techy, like I would say like the Panamera. You have all your controls right here. I love that you have a G meter. You have your, like the old Porsches. Well, you don't have a tachometer, right? But you have this speedometer. And navigation, everything is right there. Car is very comfortable. You do feel those regen brakes when I hit them. I was like, oh, up. People should not speed through intersections. Wow. Wow, there's just so much power. Sometimes it takes a second. I think it wanted the wheels pointed straight. Obviously, there's no turbo lag because there's no turbos. And people just pull out in front of you, so you always need good brakes. All right, just take your time, mister. No rush. I'm just filming a video here and have to bring the car back. Wow, so this is just an amazing car to drive. I'm really impressed. You know, I thought a Taycan would make a good video, but I wasn't, I didn't really think it would be that great to drive. A Porsche knocked this out of the park for a daily driver. Money, no object. I won Powerball, or I had Bill Gates money. I could see this as my daily driver. This is insanely fast. Handles, wow, it shrinks. So just like the Panameras that I've driven, it actually shrinks as you drive faster. All right, so a couple other features here. I got the air conditioning blasting. It's a hot day. You got, this is how you change drive, neutral, reverse, and park, the P button there. I kept hitting the windshield because I knew it was up there. I just didn't know where. Here's, let's try different drive modes here. All right, so that's range, maximum 70 range. We're gonna go, we'll try Sport Plus, what the heck. All right, let's do this. We got the Sport Chrono here. We got the G meter. We're gonna wait a little bit, I think, for traffic to clear. All right, let's accelerate. Wow, so it made some spaceship noises. Let's see if we have the handling on these turns that we had before. Wow. Off camber turns. Yeah, this thing shrinks as you go. Just like the Panamera, and that's what drew me to the Panamera. The brakes seem to take a second to respond. It feels much smaller. I feel like I'm driving an electric 911 instead of a car that's the size of the Panamera. Wow, Porsche's killing it with this car, let me tell you, amazing. So very nimble, changes direction. Sport Plus mode here, we're gonna take it to those twisties one more time. See, when you hit the brake, they were like, all those spaceship noises, which is pretty cool. Very, very comfortable in here, even in this Sport Plus mode. It's telling us we have 212 miles of range, which is more than you'll need. What does the average person drive? 40 miles a day? I'll make a right here. Up. This guy's going to ruin our fun. Let's hope he doesn't. It should hold your record with G meters here. This is a blast, this car. Oh my God. Usually daily drivers don't do it for me, you know, but this car does. What did I like better, this or the Tesla Model X I just drove with ludicrous mode? Ludicrous mode was a lot of fun, but money, no object, I take this car, and I bet you they're very similar pricing new. All right, so I'm gonna give this guy a little space here to try to do these. I'm gonna go as slow as I can. I should have slowed up before, because he could barely take a turn, so. All right, so let's go. So off camber, turn, then we got some S turns. Wow. Wow, this is really good. I drove a Panamera I rented out in California when I went to Coronado, maybe about 5 years ago, and that was just the hybrid, which was the slowest version. And it was like 5 seconds to 60, so it certainly wasn't fast, but as I drove in some of those California hills like La Jolla and stuff, it really, the size really shrunk, and that's what I see here, but this is twice as fast as that car, and I would even say way better handling. Porsche did a phenomenal job with this Tesla competitor. Let me know in the comments below, and there's no wrong answer. What would you rather get, this or the Tesla? Give me money, no object, and give me, if you're paying it with your dollars, which would you buy? If the Taycan is the future of Porsche, I'm all for it. I'll buy my old Porsches, like my 993 Turbo and my 991.2 911, and I'll have those for the weekends, and I'll use this as my real estate car, no problem. All right, so how does it do in the real world? Well, even in Sport Plus, I'm like super comfortable. Let's dial it down into one of the more boring modes. So there's a range mode here where you could drive more normal. There's individual. So let's try Sport mode instead of Sport Plus. So what floors me about this car, well, first of all, it's so quiet. I hear myself think, so I have to solve any of my real estate deals right now. I think taking this car for a spin around the block would do it, because I can hear every thought in my head. So that should be no problem. Even in these horrible, horrible New Jersey roads, this car feels very smooth and very, very super comfortable. I could drive this all day long and cover great distances. The brakes are going to take a little getting used to. I'm still not used to them yet, but I've only been driving the car about 20 minutes. All right, so let's see how it goes without a race start, just normal. See how smooth the transmission is here. Pretty good. I mean, those bumps were a lot worse in other cars I've driven. Now, before I started turning the camera on, we got like a shower, and this car was perfectly fine. Great all-weather car, so you definitely can drive it in this terrible weather we get here in the Northeast. It's very nimble. See how it changes direction very quickly, which is impressive for a big car. Oh, I think it's telling me I'm getting too close. So it's keeping me between the lines. There must be a setting on, I don't know. If I'm going around potholes, I'm getting to the white line, the electric steering is taking over and pulling me into the lane. All right, so this car really blew my mind away, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank DCH Acura. Thank you again for letting me drive this awesome car. You've let me drive Ferraris, Alfa Romeos, that Audi R8 V10. And such a blast to drive. Check them out for newer used Acuras and all those premium used cars they have. They have AMGs, they have BMW M cars, you name it, they have it. Even Lamborghinis and Ferraris. That Lamborghini Urus we reviewed sold, and so did the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. But this was an amazing car to drive. I can't wait. I would spend more time with it, but I have to film quite a few videos today, but I love this car. I would take this over the Tesla equivalent for the same dollars. I would definitely get the Taycan. The good news is hopefully Porsche will build a lot of them, so they'll be accessible to all. But if this is the future, I'm all for it. I'll keep my manual transmission 911 for the weekends and fun time, and drive this for my real estate business, taking the kids to school, and running errands. And this is just a phenomenal car and covering long distances. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care.